The United States is at war. Let that sink in. Just hours ago, President Donald Trump declared a spectacular military success after the U.S. launched strikes on Iran, claiming to have completely and totally obliterated key nuclear enrichment facilities. But here's the chilling reality. After years of promises about never starting new wars in the Middle East, after criticizing others for endless conflicts, we are now, undeniably, neck-deep in one. What truly happened? Where's the lies? And who is really pulling the strings? The success narrative. Trump proudly announced that U.S. forces struck 3 Iranian nuclear sites, Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. He asserted that all planes are now outside of Iran airspace and safely on their way home. He even went so far as to claim that there is not another military in the world that could have done this. But what's truly behind this sudden aggressive shift? And was this truly about American security or something far more complex and deceptive? The calculated deception and a call to action. Reports indicate a deliberate strategy of deception. For days, there were whispers of tense conversations and disagreements between U.S. and Israeli leadership, a narrative carefully crafted to lull the enemy. While B-2 bombers were visibly moved to Guam, appearing to be a Pacific diversion, the real strike was likely executed by other B-2s heading directly for Iran. This wasn't a spontaneous act, it was a calculated move. If you're finding this information disturbing and crucial, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Redux Report for more unfiltered truths, and share it with others who deserve to know. Your support helps us cut through the noise. Netanyahu's influence. A war of persuasion? This aggressive turn comes after Israeli media claimed for days that Trump was on board with strikes, even as the illusion of disagreement was maintained. Prime Minister Netanyahu himself had previously stated Israel could take Fordo, suggesting a direct influence on targets. This raises a critical question. Did Trump, who once warned against America-less globalists and warmongers, ultimately succumb to outside pressure? He famously predicted in 2013
our president will start a war with Iran,
that Obama would attack Iran due to an inability to negotiate properly. Yet, here we are. Trump's address to the nation. Now let's hear President Trump's own words from his address to the nation, claiming success and outlining his vision for Iran's future. Listen closely, and then we'll dissect the profound implications of his statements.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Casm Solommani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisen Kaine, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kaine, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So after dropping a full payload of bombs and unleashing military might, the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades, Trump declares, now is the time for peace. Does this conjure images in your mind, much like it does in ours, of the infamous Mission Accomplished banner from a previous administration? A declaration of success after just the first few hours of an operation. Is this peace, or is it a demand for surrender under duress? This operation was conducted with no authorization from Congress. The United States stands at war, apparently with no other allies than Israel. Trump and Netanyahu going in alone. This is not a peace that inspires confidence. It is a dictate that invites further conflict. And let's not forget the strategic Strait of Hormuz, which Iran has threatened to shut down, a move that would send a massive shock on the supply chain of oil globally. The unforeseen future. This is a historic moment indeed. A moment where past promises of non-intervention have been shattered and the drums of war beat louder than ever. The United States has entered Israel's war against Iran, and many believe this is not going to be ending anytime soon. The consequences of this unilateral action, bypassing congressional approval, are unforeseeable. What other targets remain, and at what human and economic cost will this conflict escalate? Only time will tell if this was a true strategic victory or a tragic turning point towards deeper regional instability. To help Redux Report continue to bring you these vital, uncensored analyses, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Your engagement is crucial for algorithmic visibility. Thank you for watching.